Hello and welcome, everyone. Today we're going to be talking about how to create an NFT collection step by step, and you can do this without using any code at all. We're going to show you how to create your own 8,000 plus collection, and we're starting right now. Again, thanks so much for joining us. This is going to be a step by step tutorial how we're going to be doing this, and I'm going to be showing you the process and how we're doing this and getting ready to prep. So, right now, I'm going to be going through this. Remember, we're doing a whole workshop and a build with me episode in 2 weeks of going through this, but we're just going to show you behind the scenes and what I'm working on right here. So, um, if you would like a copy of this, remember in the comment section down below, just say hashtag replay or I want this, and we'll drop a link down there. And we're going to be going through this. So, how to create an NFT collection without needing to code step by step. There are three main components: compiling the art, process of creating NFT collection, and then also how to create a PR tour with the NFT collection. Right now, we're going to be going into part two, and where it says under construction, we're actually showing you how to do that right now. Okay, so if you are looking at a collection to do, or you're trying to think about, well, what is he working on right now? We're dropping our collection, Iconic Mavericks. I'm the tech lead on this. So I'm going to be, yeah, so this is what we're working on, all of those things. So if you want more information on this, in the comment section down below, let me know. Or I'll just put it in the comment section. And if you want to get on the whitelist, you've got to join the Discord and do a couple things, but you can be doing that. But I'm actually showing how to create a collection similar to this. Okay, so I'm dropping this in the chat and all that kind of good stuff. Okay, cool. So we're going to be talking about how to create something similar like this. And remember, if you're working on a NFT project or you want to, ask questions in the comment section down below. Let me know what you're working on, what questions you have, all those things. Remember, we have a whole training day, but we're going to be showing you this right now. So let's get right into it. All right. So I'm going to be in part two, where it's showing how to the process of creating it, because this is really where most people have a lot of trouble with. So what I would suggest you do is go to Third Web, and that's what we're going to be using as the SDK. And this is just the software development kit. It just basically means it's doing a lot of the heavy lifting when it comes to formats of what you're doing when you're creating your NFT collection and everything. So let's get right into this. There's a couple of things I have to do when I'm making this. I have to first get the format done for creating these files. So let's go through this section real quick. Let's look at this. Let's take a look. Let's take a look. Okay. I'm moving some files over right here. Okay. Move some stuff over here. All right. So I'm bringing in this project over here. Let's see. Okay, cool. All right. All right, let's go through this process. All right, so we already went through part one, compiling the art. Overview, get ready for Web 3. Let's see. Define what Web is. We're going to put this here. I have an article about Web 3. Adding this in. Web3. Beginners. That's good too. But let's go back. Let's see. Web3 for beginners. Share, copy. Let's add that over here. Let's see. You mentioned the page. You mentioned the page. Go. Picking a platform, designing the images. I think that's good. Okay, I think all these are good actually. More resources. I think that's actually pretty good. Okay, so changing numbers in a folder. Let's change the numbers first. Okay, let's see first. All right. All right, let's take a look. Okay, first I gotta get all the CSVs to be able to bring it over. I'm going to change all of this information. Okay, cool. Let's bring it in. Okay, first I need to bring in all the info. I need to go to Google Sheets. I'm going to be bringing in that info real quick. All right, let's import. What I'm going to say is T final prep CSV. Okay. Let's do file, import, upload. Let's upload this real quick. Okay, let's say import and import data. Yeah. All right, so this is going to take a minute. Let's see. Create, replace. Yeah, replace spreadsheet. Okay, import. Okay. All right, so we got all this. All right. All right. Let's take a look. All right, let's take a look. Okay. So we go into the reformatting of the numbers. We go into file, click import. We did that. Click upload. Okay, so we imported the data. Now we have to add a column into the spreadsheet. Okay, click on column 2 and then insert left. Okay, so we're going to do column 2, insert left. Okay, cool. All right, insert left. Name, helper column. Okay, it's here. Good. Let's change that right there. I'm going to change all the top columns real quick. All of that. That's fine. Okay, helper column. Okay, next up. Okay, add the function in cell 2 in the helper column. Okay, add that. Adding a snippet here. Column 2. I'm going to say cell 2. Okay, cool. Okay, cool. So I did that. Okay. So the function runs through the cells in the column. Okay, so copy the entire column. Okay. And then go to, so copy the entire column. So I'd say entire column, column B. I'd say that. Okay, so I need to do that. Copy entire column. Okay. Um, edit special value, and then I'm going to do values only, text only. Okay. Okay. Let's do it. Copy. Copy. Where's this? Copy. Okay. Special paste values only. Okay, we did values only. Change the column type to number format. Column format number. Okay, so that brings it all the way over here. Okay. Next up, we better make it whole numbers. Okay, whole numbers. Cool. All right, so we just did the whole. Okay, so we did that. Change the decimal places. Okay, I cut that out so we don't have decimal places. Okay, next, turn on the filter for the columns. Go to data and then create filter. All right, so I need to first hit up all these, data, then create filter. Cool. Turn on filter, and then sort A to Z in the helper column. Okay. Sort A to Z on the helper column. Then it reformats everything. Okay, cool. All right. So now that we have that, if people are wondering, like, what am I doing? If you're bringing in all of your NFT and you've got to bring in the data, you had to resort it. So when you bring it into Third Web, if anyone's asking, maybe no one cares. Okay, let's see. Now that's done over there. Okay. Okay. All right. So now we're done with the CSV on that side. All right. Create helper column. Okay. After the desired outcome, delete the helper column. Delete the helper column. Okay. Okay. So because everything is already in that order, we're good. Okay. So we'll delete it in a second, but making sure everything looks good here. Okay. So everything's reordered of the entire collection. Okay. Next up, we're going to change the attributes. That way, when you're doing metadata, you can track everything. Um, we have head here. We've got a body attribute. Let's change that to be body. All right, that looks good. All right, close right here. So what I'm doing is I'm changing out. I'm getting all the metadata ready. Getting all the metadata. So before I delete some things, I want to make sure I have everything what we need. All right. So I have that head, head, body. close, atmosphere. Put this over here. These are all, this is depending on how you want to basically, um, how much detail you're giving. Like, so if you're going to be releasing a collection and people want to know more about it or how rare certain things are, these are all the attributes. So we have head, body, clothes, atmosphere, background. So we have atmosphere, then we have background, background, and we'll have right here. Let's see if we have a name. Special. I can spell special correctly. Sure, it'd be terrible if I spelled it wrong. Cool. So we have that special and then signature. Okay. Okay. Let's see. So we're going to do find and replace. When we find apostrophe, what we're going to do is just that. See if it works. Or find, yeah, match cases. I don't see anything. Apostrophe, all sheet. Yeah, space. Okay, so it's not there. Okay, search. Search all sheet. Replace all. Cool. Okay, so we took out done. Okay, so we just took out all the apostrophes. All right, so we got that. All right. Okay, so let's go with name. Let's see. Checking out all the names. Okay. All right, so we did that. Now let's look at this one for a second. Let's look at the other. Let's go into the dashboard and take a look at the other ones and look at the attributes. Okay, so token name ID. Okay, so it's right there. Okay, token ID. So their names are going to stay fine. Okay, that'll stay fine. Icon number one, blah, blah, blah. Okay, so we have all those. All right, so let's take out this. All right. Now let me check how many attributes. One, two, three, four, five, six, seven. Let's do it again. One, two, three, four, five, six, seven. I think it is. Okay, so let's delete some rows here. Delete column. Delete column. Delete column. Okay, so we're just cleaning up some things. Okay. All right, now let's see what we got here. One, two, three, four, five, six, seven. Good. All right, so we got that one. That one's there, that one's there, that one's there. All right, so we cleaned that up. That looks good. All right, next up, let's see. So we reformed this whole thing. This looked good. Okay, so let me make sure that we share this document. Share, copy, delete that, add this over here, mention page, mention page. All right, next up. So we got that done. That's great. So we have all that done. Let's see. All right. Everyone's good here. All right. Next one. What do we have to do next? We have to change the numbers in the folder. So change the names, I think. Change names in the folder to match. I'm going to say to be an exact match for names in CSV. Cool. All right, let's do that. Let's do that. Okay, so how do we do this? All right, so I don't think I can share my screen, but I'm going to say it out loud as I'm doing it. What you're doing is you're first clicking on the folder, and I'm using a Mac, so I'm clicking on the folder where all the NFTs are collected. So all of your NFTs have to be in one collection. So I'd name it whatever your name you want to be. From there, you're going to do Command A, so you can select all of them, and then you're going to go into the folder and do, where is it? Not rename. Hold on. I think you're going to right click. You're going to do Control, and then you're going to get this press. Hold on one second. Let me go look at how to do this. Actually, this is good. Why I'm going through it. This is why we do it. Okay, let's see. I got to figure out rename NFT. Rename name Mac folder. One second. Challenge. Find it. Rename your files. Let's see about this. Looking for this right now. So I need to rename my files. I say rename files, name file. Trying to find this right now. Hold on, everybody. Let's see. Looking at this. Let me look at this real quick. Okay, so first, trying to find videos on this right now. Let's see. Okay, yeah, I think this is it. Hold on one second. So rename your files. See, so you're gonna go to the folder, select all, right click, rename, and then where you're going to get find dot png, and I'm going to replace it with a space, rename. And then it renames all of the ones. Cool. So you're going to go into the folder. You're gonna go into file folder, select all images. Then you're going to right click, or I did um, right click and control, right click plus control, excuse me, click rename. After you rename it, I'll put a file in it. Hold on one second. Rename. Um, and then I'm going to make a note of this. Then you find whatever you need, and then you're going to replace it. And you find like .png or whatever, and then you're going to replace it, make a space. Let's say replace with, add a space. There we go. That's the missing thing. Let me add that into the file. Great, great, great. Good times. That one, and by the way, this stuff might seem very simple. Um, a lot of these things took like days to ask people, because there's just not a lot of information how to do this in a no code way. But this is saving you hours, if not days. This took me, the first time I did it, it took me 7 days. Now I'm also very slow, so I'm sure other people could have figured this out before me. But there's just not a lot of information out there. Sure, you can do it with code or something like that, but I just didn't know how to do it. So once you did that, click rename in find field, add type of file, the file type. That's what I'll say. File type. Let's see. PNG or JPEG, something like that. Oh, okay, so now we have that. That's done. Boom. All that stuff is done. Okay, changing the name. Okay, I'm gonna change all that. Okay, I'm cutting that out. Okay, so we just did that. So we just changed out the file type. Got all the names here. Okay, let's see if they match. I think they match. Yeah, they match. Okay, So we just did the rename files, part one, rename files, or part A. I'll do that. Part A, rename files. Part B, reformat, format numbers and CSV file. Cool. Step by step. There we go. Okay, let's rename this. Let's make this new header. Okay, let's see that header 3. Cool. Let's see all that. All right. Let's delete that. Come on now. Okay, delete this. Okay, so how long did that take us? 31 minutes approximately. That's just to prep. That's just to prep everything. Turn into heading 3. Come on now. Come on. Header 3. All right. I'll say additional resources. Okay, cool. All right. All right. So now that we have everything like that, we have process of creating NFT collection. Okay, so we did renaming the files, all this stuff. Okay. Next up, it's going to be adding it to third web. I'm going to say part 2, compiling. I'm going to say that. Yeah, I think that's better because you see all that. That's all. Yeah. So that's all of those things. 31 minutes. That was compiling the NFT collection. That's not even. I'm going to say that's part 4. Is okay. So part 3 that we're about to do. Part 3 is what did I name the other one? Let's see. What should I say? Creating a new contract. I'll just say creating a new contract for the NFT drop. I'm gonna say. Okay. Let's name this. Let's do this. Turn it into an H2 toggle. Is that an H1? Turn into it's an H1. It's an H1 toggle. Okay. Okay. Cool. Okay. So see, and this is the thing I'd like to point out. If anyone's watching, part 2, tons of people talk about part 1, compiling the art. Tons of people talk about creating a new contract and the beautiful things of, building out this NFT. I have seen nothing, nothing about compiling the NFTs of what I just showed you for 31 minutes. That took a combination of 3 people asking 3 people and spending more than a week figuring out how to do this with no code. Now, there is a way to do this, what I just showed, using Python scripts to reformat the whole thing. I'm not I'm not good at Python. I know just the basics. So compiling this was a bear. So tons of people are like, oh yeah, you can use third web to create this. Not a big deal. We're gonna go into using third web, which is a lot easier, but that's still tons of information you need to know before you get there. Okay. So let's talk about creating a new contract. Okay. So a couple things that I think a lot of things people don't tell you. Okay. Number one, you need to buy ETH and you need to get um, basically fake ETH via the faucet. That just means you have to go and request fake ETH for the Rinky Buy network, which is the test network. So you can test all of your transactions before you screw up your contract, or you can test it before you start spending real money. And so you have to go and either put money into your account and you have to go find a faucet. And now they've changed that in third web where it actually gives you the link how to get stuff into your account. But beforehand, you'd have to know the website, all of those things. So I would just like to point that out. That can take tons of time as well. Okay, so what I'm going to do is how to get um, um, ETH for Rinky Buy for testnet. There we go. Where is the testnet? Where can I get that Rinky Buy? Hold on 1 second. Yeah. And then you just go for this faucet, or you can go through a chain net. Now I'm going to chain link. Hold on. Chain link is a lot easier. I'm adding that link. Yeah, that other faucet is jacked up. Okay, let's go with that. Okay, putting that link right there. Create. Yep. Um, I don't know if that's the right term. Fake ETH, but I call it fake ETH. Okay, so we got that. Okay. All right. So let's make sure we have everything we need. Oh, I need to download this. Okay. So I see final prep. Okay, cool. That's what I'm going to do. So I'm going to download this as a CSV. Cool. Okay. I need to put this back in the folder. Okay. So I'm replacing one CSV with the other. So I had another CSV that wasn't compiled the right way. I'm now putting it in the other one. Cool. Okay. So got that done. That's done. That's done. Okay. All right. Let's make sure we have everything. All right, we have that done right here. All right. Next up. Next up. All right. So we have, okay, we're going to create it. Okay. So what we need before, you need to buy ETH for the project because that's going to be how you mint the smart contract. We'll do that in a little bit. We need to mint it on the testnet first. So we need to do that. Um, okay. Let me just get that real quick. Let me just put money in that. Okay. So what I'm going to do is right here, I'm going to put point 0.1 ETH in Ethernet. I'm going to do Ethereum, excuse me, Ethernet, Ethereum Rinky Buy. I'm going to do that. Let me grab the my wallet so I can put money into it. Okay. Come on, bro. Please connect your wallet. Oh, that's good too. Connect wallet. Okay, so I'm connecting my wallet. Makes sense. Got okay, so I got that. Connect. Okay, good times. So I have that. That's good. Send request. That's new. That's new. What? Request type. Transaction has been initiated. Waiting for confirmation. Okay, so it's good. Close. I'm good to go. All right, and this is just so we can write the contract. All right, so I got everything I need. All right, so I've got my everything that I need. If you want to follow along and you want to do this, or if you want to do this at a later time, remember we're going to have a full workshop on the Doc Williams channel. That's going to be in 2 weeks. But if you want to try out Third Web, that's pretty much the main thing that I tell people to use. So you'll see in the chat down below, we're going to be using Third Web, and we're going to go right into this. So if you're not familiar with Third Web, it allows you to smart contracts you control. So it allows you to build out smart contracts a lot quicker. Now it says intuitive SDKs and widget for developers. That just means a software development kit. Excuse me. So bottom line, it allows you to build applications a lot quicker because it's already making the structure for you. So imagine it's similar to like you want to build with Lego blocks. You don't want to go out site, get the plastic, make your own blocks. You want the blocks to make whatever you want. That's what Third Web is. That's what SDKs are. They're already blocks to help you build quicker whatever application. So Third Web, you can do NFT drops, you can create marketplaces, you can do packs, drops, splits, yada yada yada. You can do all of these things. So you can do NFT memberships, um, marketplaces, DAOs, PFP collections, blockchain games. You can do all of that with Third Web. So we're going to be building out a drop. We're going to be building on NFT drop with everything that we just did. So you're going to have to sign up. Remember, once you sign up, it's going to give you access. You're going to have a wallet already created. So if you don't have a MetaMask wallet, you have to create one. Once you have a MetaMask wallet, you'll be set to go. And so we're going to go in, and this is the dashboard. So we got early access right here. So we have this. I see that I have some fake ETH in my account, so I can make this thing. And let's try this out real quick. Let's see if everything is good. So I'm going to say create new account, create new contract. I'm going to make it on Rinky. So that's the that's the test network. That's the test network for Ethereum. So instead of making it on Ethereum and putting it on the official blockchain, I'm testing everything first. Now, what I'm going to do is release a drop. That's what I want to do. I want to release a drop. So I'm going to click that. And then it says, what do I want to do? Addition drop, claimable drop of blank of 1 NFTs. That's if I'm trying to do something closer to like what 100 Thieves and Fnatic did. I'm going to do NFT drop. I'm going to do that. I'm going to put in a couple different information right here. First, I'm going to add an image. Okay. So I added that image. I'm going to say, I see um, final beta drop. Okay. I'm going to say, I see beta final. Okay. I'm going to say best NFT drop in the world. Have that. What I'm doing is right here, it just says primary sales. It automatically syncs to my account right here, but I can change out the recipient address, but I'm going to just keep it the same. Percentage for royalties. So that means secondary market. If someone was going to resell it, I can do, I'm just putting a certain amount, which is 10%. Again, this is on the test network and I'm just testing it, but I'm making sure everything works. The mechanics work. Okay. So I'm going to say deploy now. Deploying contract. All right. So this is why we need money, right, to do this. So we're deploying it. See what the gas fees are. We're deploying the contract. The way they did it, they actually made it a lot cheaper now, too. All right. So we're doing that, deploying the contract. And by the way, if anyone like for serious wants to do this, you need to go to build space, do some classes, or just watch what we're doing. Okay. So you have not added any drops yet. That's fine. Okay. So let's batch upload. Okay. CSV. So this is what we've been doing, right? So we prepped all this before we jumped in. Okay. Let's see if it works. This might take a minute. Okay. Looks good. Looks good. Let's make sure everything looks right. Icon. Let's see. See if that's the right one. Seeing that. Okay, so let's see about this. CSV final. See, what is it missing? So we're looking at it. Everything looks good, but looking at if the icon, it says that's correlating, but the description. Okay, cool. So I'm seeing everything there, but token number, but the image looks like it's in a different order. So what are we missing? See, we did icon. We're looking at the name. Name here. Oh, thanks. Appreciate you, man. Appreciate you. Let's see. Ask any questions too. This is what we're doing, man. This is what we're doing. Always trying to build. Let's see. Okay, so we have it. It's one error. Why are we getting this error? So we're getting a 0 and a 0. Maybe we need it. Okay, so that one. Why is it not syncing entirely? Let's see. The CSV. Let's see about this. Let's see about this. Everything else syncs. Okay, so we have everything there. We have the drop, we have so everything generated. When I do a batch upload, so we have it. Yeah, file contains CSV and it worked. We didn't get any error problems. Must have a name column. We have that. Assets name must be sequential. Okay, that's fine. Images and other files can be used in combination. Okay, so yeah, we have PNGs right there. Images right there. Let's look at the example. Let's see if it's always the small things. It's always this happens. There's things that happen. So let's take a look at what are we missing perhaps. Maybe is there two CSVs in the file and it's getting confused? That's possible. Let's look at this. Let's import it, upload, replace. Let's see, there might be two CSVs, maybe. Let's take a look. Everything else is good. The name's there. Let's check if there's two CSV files, kind of files. Okay, so there's only one. There's only one CSV. Now let's check if there's another page though. Everything else is good. Name, description. So it says token 0, description. Yeah, so we don't have to worry about any of that. Background. Yeah, so that's fine. All right, let's take a look. What did we do wrong? Okay. So here we're gonna have that. All of those things are there. What is missing? What is missing? Okay. Let's take a look. So let's try it again. We're gonna go into. You know what? Let's turn off some things. Can we turn off filter? Remove filter. Let me make a copy real quick. Make a copy. Let's just do that. Let's do that. Format. These are the things. These things happen. Okay. So we got all of those things there. Let me delete the other columns we don't use. Delete column. Delete column. Okay. Okay. Let's do this. Command Shift. Let's go all the way to the bottom. I don't have those. Okay. Delete row. Delete row. We're taking out every possible thing that could be. Okay, let's rename it. Let's see. Final. Is that over there? Copy. Okay, we're going to change that. See if we have it. Let's download this as a CSV. So we're going to download that as a CSV. But let's check. Did I spell? Is there a space in between it? Space in between it. Let's take a look. Okay, so that's fine. All right, so we got everything there. We got everything there. Okay, we got that there. Okay, so we got that final. Let's do that. Going back to the folder, swapping out the CSV. Okay, so we had a copy there. We have that one. Let's do batch upload. Okay. Still the same. Unless, because the name and the token ID don't match. Unless the name and the token ID doesn't match. But I don't think that should matter. Token 1. Well, it's worth a shot now. All right. Let's do it. Let's change it out. Let's change it out. Let's take the name away. But the name shouldn't matter. The name shouldn't matter that much. All right, we'll change it. See if it works. Okay, so we're going to go here. Unless the name in the folder doesn't match. But the name in the folder does match. Everything matches. Everything matches. All right, let's see if it matters. Let's do find and replace. Do icon. Yeah, icon space. Replace it with space. See, find. Okay. Replace. Okay. Done. So we just took out all the names. See if it matches that way. So then we just have a hashtag 0. Let's see. Let's go back to the folder. We're gonna have to take some stuff out here. Okay, let's copy everything. Rename. Okay, let's anything where we see icon. We're just going to put a space. Yeah. Okay, rename. Okay, so now we just have 1. Okay, so we have 0. Okay, all right, so we have that. Okay, renamed everything. Let's try to rename everything. So we just renamed everything in the folder. Just renamed everything here. All right, now let's do this. Make a copy of this. Stop. Let's rename this. Hold on. to rename some stuff. 1.1. And here we go with the names. Okay. We have 1.1. Bring it in. All right, let's go. Let's go back. See if this works. See if that worked. How is that different? How is it doing that? Maybe because I have the hashtag? Do I even have to take out the hashtag too? You see how it changed? So something's happening. Something's happening. It's a different order. So that means it could just be because there's a, okay. It could be because there's a hashtag. Let's change it out because that definitely changed something. Okay. So let's put here and put a space or nothing. Find, replace all. Okay. Let's see if that works. Done. You see how that changed over? Format. Let's see. Okay. Name. Okay, so we changed it to the name right here. Let's change it again. All right, so I'm gonna do that. Okay. Let's change that out. This is what we do. This is what happens. People, this is the things people don't show you. You have to do sometimes. See, so let's do hashtag. And I gotta replace it with nothing. Okay. Nothing's there. Come on. Come on. Are you serious? Oh my goodness. Anything with a hash, find hashtag and replace it with a plus or nothing. Rename. Oh my goodness. I'm dealing with like 8,000 files right now. Oh my goodness. Let's see. It's thinking about its life. I think because I just asked it too many things. I think it's just, all right. This is another thing. Keep in mind, if you're doing something plus with 8,000 and you're changing it in a folder, there might be some changes, residual effects. Okay. Let's see. These things happen. These things happen. All right. So let's take a look as it's thinking about its life. Let's take a look. So we already have the ETH in the account. We're going to try this again. Let's see. Final prep. Oh man. Computer's really doing a number. It's making a lot of sound effects right now. All right. Let's see. All right. So we already have, where's my thing that I finished? Okay, here it is, final. This is the one we just did. All right, so it's here. Let's see, do I have to worry about permissions right now? No. Let me move some things out. Free up some stuff on the computer. Let's go to overview. Let's see what's going on with the file. Oh dear. Oh dear. Oh dear. Trying to rename everything. Okay. Let's see what happens next. All right. So we've already done that. And these things happen. This is what happens. So thank goodness. Okay. Whew. Okay. It just took a while. Thought I broke it. Okay. Let's try to do this again. All right. So now we actually have everything compiled. Okay. We have all 8,000 plus compiled. Okay. Next up, let's take the CSV again. We're going to have to rename this thing again. Let's rename it. I'm just going to call it 2.2. So that way, when we bring it in, we'll see what happens. Download CSV. I wonder if it's having trouble because it's a hashtag. Okay, so I just brought that in, downloaded it, have that. Let's do this again. Batch upload. Just thinking about its life. There, it worked. It worked. We're done. Yep. So keep this in mind. I thought there was something weird with that. If you have a hashtag in this section, in the name section, it screws it up. Screws it up. And that's what I kept seeing. So you have to have it. You see how it says token ID 1 to 1 in the name? If you have that hashtag right there, that's where it screws it up. So you saw how we had to do that 3 times and it wasn't working. Now we got everything. It's working perfectly. We got that. We've got all, see, and it's those little nuances that sometimes you miss. Thank goodness. Thank you for everyone watching that is staying still. Um, I was like, what is going on here? Yeah. So when you have a hashtag, screws up sometimes. I wish it would say that in directions. Okay. So we have everything right there. All of them came in looking nice. Okay, great. Great, 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 great. All right. Now that's in. Let's go with next. Now we're going to say reveal upon mint. Collectors will immediately see the final NFT. We're going to do delayed. Okay. You know what? I'm going to just do reveal upon mint. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to do reveal upon mint. Yep. That's what I'm going to do. Yep. So we have them all right here. Okay. Let's take a look. Now it's uploading because it's a large collection, so this might take a little while. Good times. Finishing up here. Let's see. Mm-hmm. Waiting a couple seconds. Let's see. Okay, so how's that going? That's going. Let's take a look. All right, let's see. And again, in the comment section, if you have any questions, let me know. Right now, we're finishing up right here. And then we'll have this. On the other side, I can't do too much as this is doing this. On the other screen, what I'm doing is I'm prepping to see if we can add it to a page real quick. So I'm just using Doric. People aren't aware of Doric. Doric is a great no excuse me, no code platform where you can add NFTs and everything like that. So I'm just signing in and I'm going to be adding it to a Doric site. If you haven't seen Doric already, let me see if I can do this while it's minting. I'm not sure. It allows you to build out really cool websites pretty easily. And so we're going to be doing that as well. Let's see. Haven't seen Doric, it's down below. Let me send you my link. If anyone wants to use it, of course, and IOTA would yell at me if I'm not using my affiliate link. I'll add the affiliate link in a moment, but check it out if you want to. Let's see. Let's see. Okay, so we're doing that. Still thinking about its life. With 8,000, it's going to take a minute. I think the worst part I did was trying to rename all 8,000 at once. I think that's what the computer was very upset about that. This is a little nimble kind of thing we've got here. Sometimes it doesn't work that fast. It sounded like my computer was a rocket ship trying to do this. Hold on, where's Doric? There we go. Okay, so on my other screen, what I'm doing is I am logging in and I'm going to replace where this one was so I can add the embed code on the other side. See, beta test. Let's go over here. Okay, so I'll mint this. Let's see. Edit. Row. There we go. Okay, so I need the iframe embed. Change that out. All right, everybody, hold on. Stay tuned. We're going to work on this. 1 second. What is this? What? All right, everybody. So, still working on it. No worries. All right. It just takes time. I mean, it's a 8,000 NFTs plus, so that's okay. Let's take a look. We're going to be working on this other site as we're building out. Um, for minting, you'll see it. So I'm using Doric. Let's see if you can see this. Yeah. So I'm already working on this one. I'll just take out the iframe and put that in when it's ready. Gotta wait until this one compiles. In general, this is why we're doing this thing because there's a lot of things that are missing. So let's add a couple of things that happened in this document that happened today. So when we bring in, let's put this in here. When uh, things I wish I knew. So we'll say name for NFT must match with number, token ID number, I'm thinking. And the reason I say that is when we had any kind of hashtags, it wouldn't compile. So we had to take out any hashtags and just have the number, excuse me, in the, see, it worked when we did it in the name field, in the name column. I'll let I'll let the team know at third web, but it looks like that's the issue. Okay, so we have that. Still working on uploading and deploying. Again, it says ready to go. Now you can upload the files. It says it might take a while because it's adding an IPFS, uploading each file to IPFS. So basically, it's making it secure, all of those things. If anyone wants to know, I'll go find the definition of it. But basically, it's making each NFT secure. So that's why it's taking so long. And there's 8,000, right? So uh, we had that, the name of the token. And so we're adding that because that definitely costs us time when we did that. You know what? I think I'm going to have that in the other section too. So a call out. I'm doing the call out right here. I'm going to bring it into the other section, especially when compiling. So I'm just going to compile. I'm just going to copy that. I'm going to put that in section 2 as well. And the replacing. And I think it's important to do it before renaming the files too. Because if I knew that or remembered that, that would have saved us tons of time. Okay, so we had that. I think the last time I did it, and it was 2000. It was 2000 that I was doing the test. It took 20 minutes, so I think this might take an hour. So, okay, we have all of those things. So we've compiled it. We've created a new contract for the NFT drop. That's what it's doing right here. The main thing was making sure the CSV synced and everything like that. All those things are good. Um, we're running through this right now and we'll see what happens. But again, we'll probably come back and remember the drop is going to be the projects that we're going to be working on comes out next week. So you'll see details on this. But again, all of these 4 different sections. So we finished 3 of them. Let me move this. Yeah. So we did 3 sections, how to create a PR tour for the NFT collection. We'll talk about that next time, but I think the biggest thing is you've got to have a strategic account or a strategic plan of working with other established projects, talking to ones, not just doing running ads. It's just not going to be it. You need credibility. You need people that are either on the same board that can promote you, or we need ones that really are in the space and they know that it's not a sham. There's too many shady projects right now that are dropping to know if this is this going to be good or not. And so you need to have that balance. You need to have that balance. And so having that format so other people know that you're legit and having that's a lot. And we're going to be talking about that as well. And I'll talk about my experience once we get further along. But I think having all of these things first, I would say probably having a PR tour, you're going to be looking at probably it's going to be I'm going to say it's a 2 to 3 month process at least. And if you know what, I'll just show it this way. If you look at what's going on with Gary Vee and what he's done for his version 2 and even the first one, it took multiple months. You have to go first with education, making sure that your audience even cares or knows what the benefits of NFTs are or what you're doing in crypto or web3. Then you have to educate them when before they even buy to make sure they're ready. Because I've seen a lot of projects where people are like, well, I've got this big following, I'll do it on Instagram, whatever. But a lot of people don't have their wallet set up. They don't know how these things work. They're not educated you know, what currency are you going to be using it with, Solana? Are you going to do this on Ethereum? All those things. Those are really important. And then from there, understanding what are you going to be doing and what your deliverables are going to be more than just NFT. What is the project about? Is this long term? All of those things. That's really important to understand that roadmap, and also, making sure that brands understand the value of this, and then being able to collaborate and going from there. That's huge. So we'll talk more on the PR side, and definitely, this will be a great example. This launches in 7 days. It launches next Friday, so we'll go through that. But this is really, really important to think about. It's even more important than like the art. I mean, most people are like, what's the through line? What are one thing, how does this become more popular than the other? It really depends on publicity, getting that FOMO, the fear of missing out, and in going from there. So we'll be talking about that in the next phase. But again, you just saw one of the most misunderstood sections of building out your NFT project without code, and that's compiling. A lot of people talk about the art and how you do it with NFTinator, which is really important, and we've done that with atomic bunnies. But compiling it and redoing the numbers and making sure that's all sound, a lot of times people just do that with Python. And if you're not a coder, this is really tough. It's really easy to do it in third web when it's just one NFT or just a few when you're adding metadata. It's a whole other beast when you're trying to do 9,000 in minting in bulk. So yeah, so let me know in the comment section what you think about that, if that makes sense, all those things. We're going to be back later this month talking about minting, doing all of these things. We'll be back next week with the free NFT process, and talking about it and knowing from scratch like how to begin with this, how you enter this world, how you connect with artists, what you need to do. We'll do all that stuff, and then we have a workshop. It's going to be a paid workshop the week after. So stay tuned with all that. If you have any questions, again, in the comment section down below, let me know. Again, thanks so much for watching and being here on the journey and all those things. And we'll be back next week talking about these things and going from there. All right, everybody, have a great night.